So evidently there was already a set of divers. They didn't go any further than the 2-mile mark. This other diver, this diver Juan, came out there and he went from the 2-mile mark and beyond and found this little boy at the 3-mile mark. Amazing.
They hate you. You're gonna die. I don't want to do this.
Agencies have worked tirelessly to try to locate Baby Dane. It became pretty clear early on, once the Gold station wagon had been excluded, had been ruled out, the focus became one of mainly a river search. There were signs, a sign cutter found signs down by the river. One of the volunteer searchers had shown pictures of child's footprints that could have indicated that Baby Dane was down there. Apparently a dog hit on the water. So the concentration on the river search, I think, was the correct one. And this is just part of an update from March the 5th. This is Lincoln County Sheriff's Office saying, between emergency responders and community members, 682 acres and 341 cumulative walking miles have been covered by ground searchers. Remember, this is by March the 5th. And then this is important. Marine enforcement teams from Lincoln County Sheriff's Office and partnering sheriff's offices have searched 14 miles of the Siletz River by boat. At least 4 watercraft have been utilised. 22 divers have searched a 2-mile stretch of the river. And then on March the 8th, they continue. A boat running methodical searches over long spans. In addition to searching today, this boat covered an approximately 14-mile stretch of the river yesterday. So they were up and down that river. 14 miles.
Amazing.
I guess if you're running a boat up and down, you are hoping to see Baby Dane like floating or caught in debris. You can't see very far underwater. You need sonar, you need divers to actually be in there. But they did have underwater sonar and underwater drones and remotely operated vehicles with underwater cameras, and they still missed him. And then in the media release yesterday, Lincoln County Sheriff's Office talked about how Baby Dane was found. After an extensive search and investigation by local authorities, along with the help of community volunteers, Dane was found today at approximately 11:13 a.m. in the Siletz River, approximately 3 miles downstream from the family's property. Sadly, he was found deceased. So he's 3 miles downstream, so fast-running river. Juan Heredia, with Angels Recovery Dive Team, offered his dive services to Dane's family. After connecting with the Lincoln County Sheriff's Office, Juan was escorted onto the river by a local river guide and began searching areas of the Siletz River downstream from where the Sheriff's Office divers had thoroughly combed. So the divers had done 2 miles, and I assume that they were concentrating on those 2 miles. So Juan started from where they left off, it sounds, and he was 3 miles downstream. And this is Juan's own Facebook page with some posts about him setting off for the search. My first search in Oregon, my first search without my wife or daughter. I already missed them, but it's all about sacrificing for a good cause. My daughter gave me a kiss and said, "I love you, Dad, be safe." And my wife said, "Go find the little boy and come back. If you followed me in my missions, you are part of it. And you know that prayers is what we need right now. Thank you." Before every search, my wife prays for me, but this time she's not here, and she won't be here with me this week. So I stopped to ask for help, not just from anyone, but from 2 angels. Wesley and Andrew, the Hunter boys, I know you'll be with me, just as I was with you before. Guide me, watch over me, and help me bring little Dane home. Faith is never lost. Let's begin. And
So evidently there was already a set of divers. They didn't go any further than the 2-mile mark. This other diver, this diver, Juan, came out there, and he went from the 2-mile mark and beyond and found this little boy at the 3-mile mark. Amazing.
Over in Oregon. Last night I was sleeping with fan. Mexico was hot. Tonight I will be cold in Oregon. And then sadly, 11 hours ago, he reports, is over. After 2 hours diving the river, I found Baby Dane. Rest in peace. After just 2 hours diving. There's a news report here with a little interview from him, so let's play this.
A sad and tragic ending to the search for a 2-year-old boy in Lincoln County at 5 o'clock. I'm Jeff Gianolo.
I'm Elizabeth Din. The boy's body was found downstream from his home north of Siletz, that home right on the Siletz River. Ariel Salk spoke with the diver who found that boy earlier today. He was heartbroken. I mean, his tears were rolling down his face during our interview today, but he said he felt compelled to come out here for the search. Juan Heredia drove 12 miles straight after he found that 2-year-old Dane Paulsen was missing for nearly 2 weeks. He says that he found his body about 3 miles down river from where that baby's family's home was. Now, he says he saw the baby about 6 feet under the water. His body was pushed up against a tree. This makes his 7th recovered body, and he tells us what was going through his head when he found him, knowing he was the youngest person he had ever found.
I saw
Hero.
his tennis shoes, and how I spotted. Every single one is heartbreaking, but he's a boy. He's 2 years. 3 years old, and it's just hard to believe.
Now tonight, the community is hosting a candlelight ceremony. We'll continue to bring the latest online and on air at KOIN.com.
So sad, so incredibly sad. And Juan, you were sent by angels.
He was.
You absolutely were. Oh dear. It's difficult to find the words, just seeing his little tennis shoes 3 miles downstream up against a tree. So difficult for underwater sonar to pick him up in those circumstances, given that he was so small. Underwater.
You're gonna die. I don't want to do this.